Welcome. എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. So what I am doing here now is just set the scene, just tell the people why we are here. So as we can see, it's not a huge crowd, but that's what I'm going to say. Like those people who are affected, a lot of those people who are affected, new migrant nurses, they are reluctant to come up front. IELTS. For passing that exam, they sit one time, two times, three times. If you pass by 5 times, I would say you are very good in English. So it's not an easy. So they go for these trainings, these coaching centers to get training for this IELTS exam, and that goes on. The coaching, the training goes on for 6 months, 5 months. Then they do sit for an exam, paying how much is it? $300? Is it 15,000 Indian rupees or something? Yeah, for one sitting, maybe more than that now. 35,000 for one sitting. Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't know. I'm old school, but like 15 years back I'm talking about. So 35,000 Indian rupees for one sitting of IELTS or OET exam. $700. Sorry, $700 is 35,000 Indian rupees. And how many sittings you've done? You've done 5 sittings, 6 sittings, even 10 sittings. So that much money and time you're spending for this English language requirement. After that, it goes to CGFNS. Is that right? You apply for the registration. So you start the process with the CGFNS. So they will ask you 100 of documents. Once you send one document, they will say, oh, this is not in the right format, I want that. You want the original from the school, from the college you studied. So it takes ages to do that process. And even after all these documents are submitted to CGFNS, how long would it take to get your clearance? 3-4 months after submitting all the documents. Then once you get that clearance, then it comes to the nursing council. So then you got the login to the nursing council, then you apply for a decision letter. And at the moment the waiting for decision letter is 5 months, maybe more than that, 4 months. They even in the website they says 4 months. So they do that process, apply, then you get the decision letter. So they get the decision letter, and on the decision letter, or if it's a soft copy, you would say, or click on the link below, and you will see. So the decision letter is actually inviting these KAP nurses, come here to New Zealand and do the KAP program to get the registration. So then there will be a link, click on the link, you will see the KAP providers and get some placement there. So they click on the link and find these KAP providers, a huge list of, maybe not a huge, maybe 10-15 KAP providers, and you rank them or you email them asking, can I get a place? So their answer will be, we are fully booked for 2 years or something like that. So you're waiting for 2 years if you are waiting for a seat. So then you come here, do this KAP program, you get some people fail, and if you pass, you get after completing the KAP program, how long is the waiting for getting APC? More than a couple of months these days? Yeah, take more than a couple of months to get the APC. And then when you get the APC, normally it's a time to celebrate because you've gone through 3 years. So when you calculate the time you started from applying from your language test through until you reach this point, it's almost 3 years or 4 years for some people, more than that. But you can't celebrate now even after getting the APC, because you are in trouble. You don't have you start applying for a job and you don't have jobs. So this is the journey that these people come across. So what we are here today is to make awareness to the community and also to the government agencies that these IQNs are here. They've gone through a lot of hard times. They spend a lot of money. So that's a different layer of this problem as well, the money and the exploitation that you get from the agencies. So this process, when this process is so long and so hard, so these agencies tell them that, oh, we will help you, come and join us, we will help you to go through this process. So they go there, and then the agencies have this agreement to sign, and there is a lot of unreasonable conditions on there. And some people ask, why do you want to go through these agencies? Why did you sign this agreement if there was unreasonable conditions? Didn't you read this? Yes, we read that. Was there any choice for these people? No, because as I said earlier, these CAP providers don't have any place, any seat, but the agencies, they say we have seats. So where did they get these seats from? The CAP providers doesn't have seats, but at the same time, for the same CAP providers, the agencies do have seats. So there is a network, there is a link between these CAP providers and these agencies. Thus the CAP providers are selling these seats to these agencies, and it's giving the agency an opportunity to exploit these people. So they have this power, they have the seats with them. So they give you this agreement and saying, sign this agreement. So once you sign this agreement, you are stuck. So there is quite a lot of examples of issues from agencies and CAP providers. I'm not going to say all of those, but once for a lot of people, once they sign this agreement, they are stuck there. I can give you a simple example. So someone came to me saying that, so this person who is an internationally qualified nurse, she came here through an agency, she did the CAP program, she passed the exam, she got the APC, she applied for a job in hospital. It was 4-5 months back. Lucky she got a job. She got a job in hospital. She got this offer letter, and this nurse contacted the agency asking them, can you please apply for a work visa for me? I got this job offer. I'm sending this job offer to you. Can you apply for a work visa? They didn't get any. She didn't get any reply. Then she again sent a message. They said, okay, we will look into it. So after 4 or 5 days, she tried phone call, left a message. They said they will call her back. After 1 week, the hospital contacting her asking, what's your visa status? Because they are worried. They are worried that whether this person will get visa or not. Do they have to look for another person to do this job? So she contacted them again, tried to call them. So 10 days, after 10 days, no reply from this agency. She somehow came to know about me. She contacted me and said, what should I do? Looks like I'm going to lose this job, because the HR person is contacting me asking, where is your visa? What's your visa status? I said, don't worry about the agency. You can directly apply for a visa. You don't need an agency to apply for a visa. You can directly go to immigration and apply for a visa with your job offer. She did that, and the HR was very supportive. They gave all the documents needed, and she did the application. And somehow this agency came to know that she already applied for a visa without them. So then here comes this threatening message. I have that message on my phone, but I'm not going to play it. But I got that message on my phone. So what this agency person was saying to this nurse is that this is ridiculous. This is wrong. What you did is ridiculous. You applied for a visa by yourself. You should not be doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact your employer, saying that you are dishonest, you are not good for employment, and I'm going to contact the nursing council saying that you forged these documents, even the fund that you given in India was not right. I will tell all this to nursing council and you are going to lose your registration. So those kind of threatening. So what did the poor nurse did? She applied for a visa direct because she couldn't get a reply from this agency. So that's how you are stuck. Those people these agencies are doing things like this. So what are we asking? So there are a lot more to these problems. If I can talk for hour and hour about these problems because I hear all these stories from people contacting me about these issues. So what am I asking? What are we, Kerala Association of Palmerston North and NZNO, doing this? What are we asking from government or from agencies here, from the authorities here? One thing we want is the awareness. Awareness is in two levels. One level of awareness is the awareness to the government agencies, the employees, the rest home people, or whoever is employing these people, these IQNs. When these IQNs sit in front of them for an interview, they should understand that this IQN's journey was so hard. They should understand that these people are not just like came in 1 day or 2 and they just got the registration. They had this hard journey. So they need to support these people. This is the dream for these IQNs. This is their passion. They tried 3 years or more. They spent quite a lot of work. They've done quite a lot of hard work and spent a lot of money to get here. So we need to support them. So the employees or whoever is doing the interviews. So I'm trying to send this message to them saying that you need to support these people to do this job. They are very skilled nurses. So the other level of awareness I'm wanting to happen, we want to happen is the awareness to the overseas, like where the recruitment happens. The awareness that the situation here is not that easy. When people come from overseas, they can come prepared for it. Because the sad side of this story is these nurses can't go back to their country. So some people will ask, oh, they didn't get a job. Can they not go back? They cannot. Some nurses, they were working in Middle East. They had a good job. They were doing okay there, and then they hear these good stories, colorful stories about New Zealand from these agencies. And also, we all know living in Middle East, the family situation is not that good. They don't get that many opportunities to live with families and things like that. So they think they can come to this country, they get the job, so they spend all their hard-earned money, then they left that job which they had. So they can't go back to that job. Can they go back to their country where they come from? Probably not, because this family and this community has this expectation that these people has gone to New Zealand. Yes, they're gone. They will get a good job. They will spend money to support all of us, a wider family. That's a cultural thing. When someone from family goes overseas, it's expected that they will earn this money and they will support the wider family. And also they borrowed money from money lenders. They borrowed money from banks. They even sold their property, their house, or $40,000 they are spending for this whole process. With $40,000 you can build a house in India. So they're selling their property or they're selling whatever they have, their assets, and come here, and now they don't have a job. So when you say go back, where they're going back to? Like they lost all their money, and they can't even think of that. That's why some people even getting like in a stage that there is no hope. What do we do? And the other side of it is their visa problem. So they come for visiting visa for 6 months. And the CAP program will take 2 months, or for some people it will take 3 months. After that, you start apply for the APC. APC will take another month or 2. So almost by the time you get APC, 3-4 months is gone. Then you got 2 months to apply for a job. There are people sitting there without job for more than 6 months. For some people, their visa is finished or finishing, and they are worried they can't go back, and they are on a visiting visa. There is no income. You know the rent here, how much is the rent, and how much for the food. So what we are asking, so one part is the awareness that need to go through to the government agencies, to the employees here, to the overseas agencies. And the other area that we want some action is the visa problem. We want an open work visa at least for 1 year for these people. They are qualified nurses. They got the annual practicing certificate from Nursing Council saying that you can practice. They've done all these tests to prove that they are good enough to practice. So let the government give them a opportunity. Let the government give them a chance to look for the job. So they need an open work visa to look for a job, because a lot of these jobs are part-time jobs, casual jobs, doesn't qualify for a visa. But if they got a 1 year open work visa, they can get some experience. They can apply for a job, even if it's a casual. Sometimes it'll be a fixed term contract, 4 months, 3 months. So even they can go and they get some experience, and then they can survive. They get some money to survive. If they get a 1 year open work visa, they can do some jobs and get some money to survive. Is that right? Yes, that's the biggest problem for them. Like they most of them are 6 months visa. Some of them get 1 year visa, visiting visa, but after 6 months you have to exit. It's where you get the money to exit. So the exit means you have to go to India and come back. So that's another $5,000 flight ticket or something like that for the flight ticket to go back and come back again. So that's one of the main things that we're wanting from the government, to have some action. Of course, the other area is the controlling of the CAP providers and the recruitment agencies. At the moment, Nursing Council has no control over these CAP providers. And these CAP providers do these programs as they like. If you go to one CAP providers, they have a different program. When you go to another CAP provider, they have a different style of program. Some of them doing 1 day of 2 days of clinical placement and then 1 day of OSCE, and some people do 1 week of clinical placement, and some others don't even get a clinical placement. Actually, the Nursing Council direction says you need to have 260 hours for 6 weeks, I think it is. 6 weeks of clinical placement and 2 weeks of theory. That's actually the design of the CAP program by the Nursing Council. But these CAP providers, what they're trying to do is, they're trying to bring as many as people they can and get the money. Irrespective of they do 1 week or 6 weeks, there is no difference in the fees. They get the same fees. So if they can push these people through within 1 week, they get this money. So it's a business for CAP providers. It's a business. They earn a lot of money through this business. So I came across a nursing educator, a nurse educator, clinical lecturer who support these CAP placements. So I asked her, she didn't know what my other role as an NZNO or direct board member or anything. I just asked her, what you do? She said, I'm a clinical lecturer. I know a lot of Indian nurses. I'm supporting them. I work for this CAP provider. And I asked her, so how many people you are supporting? How many nurses you work with? She said, normally like 150 to 300. I couldn't believe. 150 to 300 students for one clinical lecturer. what sort of support these people are getting from this clinical lecturer. The nursing council directions is expected that like 15 to 20, maximum 15 to 20 nurses per clinical lecturer. But these CAP providers are employing 1 or 2 clinical lecturers where they do 300, 400 nursing students for CAP program. So they're not getting any support. So this is a business. So what we are asking is the nursing council to have some sort of control. They at the moment absolutely no control over these CAP providers. They do whatever they like, and also they're forging some documents. I saw some people, someone came with this proof that they're given only 1 week placement, but then when they signed the document they were asked to sign, they did 260 hours. So there's quite a lot of things like this happening in this area. So we want some action from the government, from the nursing council, to help these people. As you know, you may have done this survey that Kerala Association of Palmerston North has recently done 2-3 weeks back. They sent this form asking nurses who hasn't got a job to register. So there was almost 400 registrations. But there are a lot of people who hasn't registered in this form. So there is more than 500 nurses sitting here in New Zealand without jobs. They are very skilled nurses, they got good experience, good skills, but they're not getting any jobs. So we are asking these employers to employ this. There are still vacancies. You can see vacancies advertised, but they're not getting it for some reason or other. So that's all our request to the government, to do some actions to help these people, and also to support these people as with the work visa and employment. That's we are aiming for with this rally. I know there might be, we asked few people to come forward, and I'm sorry I took a bit long. I was talking through this because there is like bit of reluctance for the students to come and talk about their story. They're worried that if it goes to the media or if it goes somewhere, they're thinking they will be in trouble because it's a huge network there. The agencies will track you down. You'll be in trouble. They're thinking like that, so they're not coming forward to talk. So that's why I had to talk long about all these stories that I hear. So thank you very much for coming here. I'm happy that we have our NZNO President and Daniels here to support us. She's been always very supportive with migrant community. Even when I started as a board member, she contacted me a couple of times asking what sort of support you need. Just come and find me anytime and things like that. So she's here to support us, and we have meetings with MPs and all. We are doing other things in the background as well to help. I had few phone calls from the media asking about this. So hopefully that media attention will give us a bit more things and strong voice. So what we want is, we want our voice heard. This is a cry for help. We want some help. This is not a strike. This is not a protest. This is a cry for help. Oh good, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saju Cherian, for putting their hardship in words. Hope our words been heard by the higher authorities, and we can expect some good news.